all these things, I'm now going to go ahead and break everything down for you step by step so that you get to understand everything you're going to learn by the end of this training right here. But before I get into saying that, I want to quickly mention that this might be a lot for some of you guys to take in, because some of you guys might be beginners on the internet who literally have no experience. You've not done something like this before, and I know it might feel overwhelming sometimes trying to do something like this from scratch. But at the same time, if you do not do it, if you do not go out of your comfort zone, if you do not do uncommon things, you're never going to get uncommon results. And what we're looking for here are uncommon results. You want to literally sit at home and get to make $10,000 or $100,000. Those things are actually uncommon, right? That is not what most people do on planet Earth, right? So if you want those kind of results, you're going to have to go through some uncomfortable paths, right? Which is what this video might be for you. But good news is that if you watch the video and you do not understand anything, you can always come back to the video. That is why I'm creating this thing step by step. It's actually a resource that you can come back to anytime at all you want, and anytime at all you come back to this video, you can actually find the part where you have questions or confusions, and you can literally get your questions answered by simply commenting if you're watching this on YouTube, or sending me an email if you're watching this on one of my landing pages on the internet right here. So now that I've said that, that is just to prepare your mind, because like I said, the mind is very powerful. I want to prepare your mind so that you get to know that, okay, I might actually get confused at some point, but I can easily take the video back, watch the video again, and slow the video down and get the whole thing together right there. So I'm saying this because it's going to be a lot for some of you guys to take in right there, but it's nothing that is above your power. I believe you can actually do this right there. And now that I've said this, another thing I want to address is the issue of the length, right? So this video might actually get lengthy. And why it might get lengthy is because real learning, if you want to learn real skills, it's going to take you time. You're never going to become a pro basketballer or pro footballer or a pro anything in this world by simply watching an 8-minute YouTube video or a 5-second TikTok or something. That is the problem in today's generation. That is why some people, most people, are not going to be successful. It's sad to say, but if you're one of the few ones that can actually stick to something and actually pay attention to something, then you actually have a bright future, right? That is a fact, a proven fact, right? So I'm saying all those things to get you to pay attention, to prime your brain for all the information that I'm about to give to you. So I would strongly recommend you pick up a note like this one right here. You can see my notes right here. You can literally write things down in it. I write a lot of things down here, and I'll recommend you take up a note like that and take notes of some things, of some steps that you're going to take after watching this video, because I want you to actually take action. Because like I said, this is not a normal video. This is a training, a full training that I'm going to be sending out to a lot of people on the internet, right? So if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, definitely go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notifications. My name is Daniel. They call me Mr. Hustle on the internet because I was the one that started the hustle trend on the internet, right? So you can go ahead and subscribe. What I do is I make most of my money from affiliate marketing, paid traffic, free traffic. I make money from YouTube channels. I own a couple of YouTube channels. I do sports betting, I do crypto. So I do a little bit of everything, and I make money and I invest, and I try to teach you guys most of those things here. In today's training, we're literally talking about how to create, how to sell, how to promote, how to market your own digital product and get to a point where you're going to be making a lot of money for yourself, right? So now that I've said these things, I'm now going to get to the point where I'm going to walk you guys through a curriculum of what we are going to be learning in this course, so that you get to understand, okay, this is exactly what I'm going to learn in this course. And when you see the things that I'm going to walk you through here, you're going to actually understand what you're going to need to know from point A to point Z when it comes to actually creating your own digital product and actually promoting your own digital product and actually selling it and getting it to a point where you're making your first $1,000, $10,000, or $100,000 from anywhere you are in the world. So in the first part of this course, I'm going to actually make sure that you get to understand what digital products are in the simplest words possible. And when you've actually understood these things, I'm then going to go ahead and walk you guys through all the different type of digital products that they are, so that you get to understand on a wider scope what all the options are, and then you get to choose based on your own strengths and your own weaknesses what type of digital product to actually go for, right? Based on what you can do, the skills you have and all, right? So now when we're done with that first part of this course, we're then going to move on to the second part. And in the second part, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do proper market research and idea validation. Now, this is important because it would be pure white stupidity going out there and creating a product, a digital product that literally has no interest. Nobody is interested. You're just creating it for ghosts. And obviously, when you do that, ghosts can't make purchases. They can't buy stuff on the internet. So you just ended up wasting your time. So you don't want to waste your time. You want to take time to literally do your research, validate your ideas, and make sure that, okay, people are out there who literally need what I'm selling. And that way, you're then going to go on to the next part, which is the part where we're going to go ahead and create and plan and structure this product in such a way that it's going to be perfect. It's going to solve problems for our audience. And don't worry, I'm going to walk you through all this things step by step. So once we're done with this third part, which is where we get to plan, structure, and create the digital product that we've actually chosen, we're then going to go ahead and talk about design and branding, because design and branding is very, very important. If you get this thing wrong, you're going to be dropping your sales by a huge percentage, because people actually buy things that look good to them on the internet, things that they trust. And if you get your design and branding right, which I'm going to show you how to do, I'm going to show you the right tools to use in this video, you're literally going to get good results, right? So once we're done with the design and branding thing, we're then going to move on to the fifth part of this training, which is where I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through setting up your own online store. And I'm also going to walk you through all the things that you should have on your page to actually increase your conversions, whether you're trying to sell an ebook or an online course or a mobile app or whatever you want to sell. I'm going to walk you through what to do on your landing page to actually put you in the right position, in the best position, where you can literally get good results and get good sales when you start driving traffic to your digital product on the internet. And yes, at this point, once we're done with creating our online store and designing it and adding all the sale optimization things that we're going to add on there, we're going to go ahead and move on to the sixth part, which is where we'll talk about price. We'll look at the market. We'll consider what our competitors are selling for, check if we even have any competition, and then we get to decide what would be the right price for the product that we just created. Then after that, we're going to move on to the seventh part of this course, which is where we're going to talk about the biggest elephant in the room. This is the biggest problem that everyone has, and that is marketing. How exactly do you go out there and get real human beings like me and you to go to your page and pay for your product? Well, I'm someone that has done that, and in this video, this course, this training, whatever you might want to call it, I'm going to be showing you both free and paid traffic methods for those of you guys who have money and those of you guys who do not have money, so that you can literally go out there, no matter your budget. If you have $0, if you have $1 million, go out there and market whatever you've created the right way. I'm going to show you free ways, I'm going to show you paid ways, and I can promise you that everything I'm going to show you here is going to literally work for you. I can promise you that. Right, so now that we've talked about all these things, that is literally what the course is going to be. You can see we went from the part where you get to understand what digital products are, to the part where you get to choose what you create, to the part where you get to create it, up until the point where you start marketing and start selling it and start getting sales, right? And after all these things, I'm then going to talk about those of you guys who want to go big, who have some money and you actually want to do something big. I'm going to tell you how to go about that right there. So I'm going to get into module 1 right now, but before I get into module 1, I want to quickly remind you that this video is for everyone and anyone that's looking to make money on the internet. So if you know a friend, if you know anybody at all that needs this thing right now, that maybe has been thinking about creating his or her own product brand on the internet, creating whatever, maybe an ebook, an online course or something, send them this video. This video is going to guide them. You can send it on WhatsApp, or Facebook, or Messenger, Instagram, wherever. Just send this video out to them, because I put in a lot of work into these videos and I literally want the videos to be seen. That is why I'm going to need you to do me a favor and share the video with a friend who will actually need it, because you're going to actually see that the video is actually valuable by the time you're done going through this right here. So now that we've talked about all that, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave me a like. If you're watching on one of my landing pages, don't forget to share. And like I said, You can always save this video to your watch later on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, so that you can come back later and watch the video again and pick up the things that you might need or miss in the future. And if you're watching this on one of my landing pages on the internet, I would strongly recommend you save that page, bookmark whatever page that is, because that page is going to have all the links to everything.